Oh, hello. Here I am. Welcome to the Heroes for Hire Comic Club live stream. You'll see I don't have many. I'm just doing a little reading. You caught me off guard again. We got to keep beating like this. It's kind of weird. But we had several topics for the night's show. And I got a list of them here I'll go over. We're going to go over the new comic book day releases for this upcoming week, November the 6th, 2024. I'm going to list my top 5 animated shows of all time based on a comic book. And also, we're going to talk about the upcoming release of Captain America: Brave New World, which is in theaters February 14th. And I'll show off some of my favorite comic books that involve superhero teams. And we got a couple of bonus subjects we'll be talking about. But before we do any of that, I'll do a little housekeeping. Let's see if there's anybody in the comments yet. Nope. All right. Well, for everybody watching, let me put this up. Reading a little Rom the Space Knight, trying to reread it. I read them back when I was a kid. But just a few housekeeping things. Missing Mars is here. Hey, good evening, Missing Mars. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Doing the start of this one by myself for a minute, but I have some guests coming up a little bit later, so just stay around. But I'm just going to do a little housekeeping, and please like the video, the stream, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to my channel. I got 129 subscribers. I'm getting closer to 150. Hopefully, I'll close in on that 200 mark very soon. And we have some. We'll save the topics for a little bit. I'm trying to wait till some of my guests appear. If anybody in the chat wants to be a guest, just message me in the comments, and I'll send you the link. Because we have a few things to talk about though. I have a claim sale again on Tuesday. Tuesday, November the 5th at 6 p.m. Eastern again. So we'll have an election day claim sale. So after y'all get through voting, come in. We'll have $1 and $2 claims plus some stuff that's not $1 and $2. But it's the same as last week. If you were there, you'll know about it. I got some of those packages out to you guys, and ones I could get out, and I got some ready to go. So, and I don't know, he's not here right now, but Las Cruces, I will send your giveaway that you won on Razor's show. I will mail it out tomorrow. Yeah, I got this one. This is like the Missing Mars. This is I think this is the 4th appearance of Rogue. You can see her down here. This is when she was in the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants with you see Mystique back there, and it's a little worse for wear, but you know what they say, right? Low grade's better than no grade. This actually is probably going to be for sale. I'm looking for a higher grade copy for my Rogue. I collect Rogue's appearances, like I got this one. I'll probably hold on to it for a while until I can get it upgraded, because look at the back. It's somebody spilled water on it. It's got some chipping at the bottom, but still I have the 4th appearance of Rogue. I have the 1st appearance back here on my on my shelf. Avengers Annual number 10. And then I have some variant covers of her. I like Rogue a lot. She's one of my favorite X-Men. Besides, my favorite X-Men, of course, is Wolverine. He's the best at what he does, and what he does is not very nice, bub. Hey, bub. How you doing, bub? You think they ever said, quit playing with your claws, Wolverine, you'll put your eyes out, right? Anyway, I don't know if anybody watched the new comic book, the Comic Book Community Awards last night, the CBCs. Congratulations to all those that won, and all those that were nominated. It was kind of fun, I guess. There was a little controversy. We don't talk controversy on my stream or my channel, because I don't talk politics or controversies or clickbait stuff. We talk about comic books and collecting comic books and collectibles like this, and like comic books, So also, like I said, they got and also on the 13th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to start my new live streaming series. I'm going to have like every week, or at least every other week, maybe bi-weekly, or every 2 weeks. But hopefully I'm going to do it for a week. I'm going to interview a different YouTube comic book YouTuber. So my first episode on the 13th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern will be Lunch Bunny Comics will be on. So keep an eye out for that. Of course, it could, depending on people's schedule, I might have to reschedule it. But as of now, the 13th at 8:30 p.m. So, okay, still waiting on some people to show up. But here, I'll show you some stuff that I just that I've been reading. I'll show you what I read today. I did a review on this one. Got the poison ivy swamp thing, feral trees. It's a one shot. It was all right, but I tell you what, it was a pretty depressing story. But I guess not everything could be sunshine and rainbows. Hey, Ron, what's up, buddy? How you doing? We're just having some topics. If you want to come on, let me know. I'll send you a link. We're going to talk about new comic book day releases coming up Wednesday. Our favorite superhero team comic books. We're going to talk about that. I got a few I'm going to show that. We're going to talk about the hot trending 20 on the Key Collector app, and the upcoming Captain America movie. See, we got this. I got my shield out. I'm ready to go. Avengers assemble. See, we got the shield. We're good to go. I've been practicing throwing it a little bit. I had to rearrange the background a little bit, so it's over here next to me right now. I thought I'd get it out. I very rarely get to put it on my arm and pretend I'm Cap. So I got that going for me, right? Woo. All right. Anyway, like I said in the chat, anybody wants to join, I'll send you the link via Instagram on my phone. So we have a claim sale, like I said, 6 p.m. Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. All right. I don't feel a little time trying to wait on some people to show up, but I'll show you what I got this week. Again, I had a show the other day. I showed this, but I went to Lexington, Kentucky. It's about an hour and a half from where I live, and I picked up a few things that I happened to get at the comic book shop because I'd missed it on New Comic Book Day, and I missed it from last week. But I'll show some of them. Trying to fill some time here. If they're not here in about 10 minutes, I'll probably just start without them. We got Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, number 2. I read number 1. The great Tim Sale, who's not with us anymore. Rest in peace. But they're continuing. This is Tim Sale's art. I guess it's art they didn't use before from the original Long Halloween. But Jeff Loeb's back on it too. So that's interesting. Then we got All In Special number 1, second print. I was told by Legion of Comics he recommended this. So shout out to Legion of Comics. Mark, good guy. Follow, like and subscribe to his channel. He's got all the DC news. He's a DC fanatic. If you need anything, anything all DC or anything comic books or movies, go there. He's a good guy. But yes, I'm excited to read that. Then we got another series I'm really enjoying, Feral number 7. I really love this. It's like a Don Bluth animated 80s cartoon meets The Walking Dead or Dawn of the Dead, So that's pretty cool. And we might just start on the subject here in a minute after I show these. Red Coat number 7. I'm really enjoying this. It's Jeff Johns and the great artist Brian Hitch. Also contributing is Andrew Curie, Brad Anderson, and Rob Lee. It's that Ghost World imprint from Image that Jeff Johns started. And I really enjoy it. And this one mainly I'm not going to lie, for the art. I'm not a big manga or anime fan, but we got Ultimate X-Men number 8. Peach Momoko does the cover A's. I just love her art. I don't know why. I don't know, there's something about it. If you're wanting to get this and you think it's going to be like the old X-Men, you're wrong, okay? But it's kind of an interesting story. You get to learn a little bit about Japanese culture, too. So I guess we're going to go on. And just, we got Clips here. Clips backstage. Sorry, Clip, I didn't see you, dude. Let's bring him on.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. I was trying to fill some time until people showed up. I was dying out there. I felt
That's okay. I've come as a life preserver. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Congratulations on your win last night.
Thank you. Because, I was really sitting there, and I was like, oh. I'm like,
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Listen, I'm not playing around. I wrote in the chat, I'm like, you like us, you really like us.
I was going to tell Mark at Legion of Comics he needed to be up there like Meryl Streep now. He's like the Meryl Streep of the CBCs. He got like 4 awards or 3 awards.
Yeah, right. Meryl Streep wins. Let's see. Let me
I don't
see
know how many she's got though. She might have more than that.
Let's see. Let me look up her list of awards.
All right.
She's got whoa, she holds the record for the most Academy Awards of any actor. 17 for Best Actress and 4 for Best Supporting Actress. Damn.
Girl power, huh? Talk about girl power.
That's beyond girl power.
Yeah.
She just showed up to wreck it. She was just like, boom.
She's like, Al Pacino who?
Yeah, she's just like, dude, you know, she had a really hard time filming Kramer versus Kramer. And the closing courtroom remarks for her character, she wrote them because she was just like, yo, like, no woman fighting for her kid is going to sound like this. And she wrote the closing statement. Because if you've ever seen the movie, you know it's really Dustin Hoffman's story, you know? Like mostly kind of, you know, it's really this male perspective thing, but it's like just because we feel for this character doesn't mean the other character is just a villain, period, right? Yeah. So I thought that was like really well done. And then the two of them, at the last scene where they're together, the two of them ad-libbed that. Like they were just seeing each other and the director saw them interacting and the director was like, we're using that for the ending. We're doing that, you know? And I don't know. It's weird. I always read really mixed stuff about the filming of that movie, you know? Sometimes that it's really harsh. Sometimes that it was really brilliant and creative. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, you know, it's like with Officer and Gentleman, you know, Deborah Winger said that kissing Richard Gere like made her want to vomit. She hated him so bad. So, you never know but they have great chemistry on screen. That's what doesn't make sense. But
yeah, they look great on screen, you know. I mean, look, maybe she had, you know, maybe she had trouble kissing somebody who's a little bit less than perfectly heterosexual. But like
may or may not have a relationship with a gerbil. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, yo, he sued for that. He sued.
Oh, sorry, Richard. I didn't mean it. I love all your movies.
Yeah. Okay. How about during the live NFL halftime show that In Living Color did, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is famous for a few things. One of them being that the NFL started investing more money in their halftime show when they realized that they lost people to another network during the halftime show, right? But number 2, Men on Film made a gerbil joke, right? And it is removed from existence. If you own the DVD, if you find it streaming, if you look for clips of it on YouTube, the gerbil joke is nowhere to be found, you know? And
did you ever see the episode of Family Guy where they make a dig about that? He's like, I don't know where this rumors.
That man's got money. He's not afraid to get sued by Richard Gere.
Oh yeah. He's I guess Richard's kind of litigious about that situation. I guess if it's not true, I would be true. Or if it's true, I would be also, right? You know what I'm saying?
In either case, but I really have a feeling it's not true because it's just too much.
That sounds a little much even for Hollywood standards. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know, I guess Diddy broke the glass ceiling when it comes to Hollywood scandals here lately, but anyway, let's we digress. We don't talk about I don't care to talk about stuff like that, but if you want to start, I have a few subjects. Did I give you a list of them?
You know, you did, but do you think I remember?
No. Does it matter? We can just wing it, can't we?
That's right. All
right. I have it all planned out too. It's just so great. Okay, it's not going to work out. It never does the way you want it to. But I have banners and everything. So, new comic book releases for November the 6th.
Oh my goodness! I just posted my list on Instagram. How convenient.
All right. Well, I'm gonna share a screen. I'm gonna try to do this where we can still be seen. I hate when it's just the screen. I think I have an option down there for it, but let me get the share screen first. I got all the windows open. I tried to be all professional today. All right. New comic books this week. Share. I don't know if I'm going to be successful at this, but we'll try. Okay. All right, is it there? Okay, now I can do that. I can bring it up. And then I can maybe drop us in there like that, right? Nope, that didn't work.
Oh, you're almost there.
Well,
You're almost there.
Shiver. Okay. Almost there. I got one more to go, right? Maybe this one. Oh, I see what it is. I think. All right. Maybe this one. Okay. I'm feeling very inept right now.
Oh.
All right. I almost had it, didn't I?
You did.
Come on. Let's try this one. No. No. I better just go through them. No. I feel like an idiot right now.
Oh, this is not. Well, this is not perfect.
There we go. I think
it's all right. This is all rightish. Oh, there we go. Yes, perfect.
There we go. And we look like we got a douche commercial over here. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, you're like, okay. I don't really want to get into
enough
that.
Of that. I'll get this.
Like, and then this is the commercial again when I want to feel fresh.
Yeah, when you have that not so fresh feeling. Okay, here we go. We're gonna have ads on here, but that's all right. So, first of all, Batman 154 is coming out.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't really get that. I don't know if you get Batman. I really don't collect Batman.
I don't, but it's all in. Chris Zartz is working on it. Murder has rocked the heart of Gotham City. Batman and Jim Gordon will have to piece together the clues and discover the truth, no matter how dark. Has the Riddler really gone legit? Is the Court of Owls involved? Meanwhile, public sentiment is turning against Wayne Enterprises' public initiatives, with new hero Commander Star sowing the seeds of discontent. All this and more in Batman 154.
Woo! Well, it sounds interesting. We got Saga number 70. I don't read this either. I guess I'm a Philistine,
Saga's
right?
always a champ. Saga's a champ.
And then I've been reading this one now. I haven't read issue 5 yet, but the Ultimate 6. I was going to look at this one. Let's see if I can get it to go to another screen. You know how sometimes this thing's a little touchy.
Yeah.
But here we go. Here's cover A. The Ultimate's assemble to take down the Hulk. The entire roster of the Ultimates unites for the first time in this high-octane climactic conclusion of the first arc. Iron Lad has a plan to defeat the Hulk, the most powerful and imposing member of the Maker's Council. But has he gotten his team in over their heads? Well, I always say if you're messing with the Hulk, you're probably in over your head. I mean,
I know, but I mean, you got the whole team. You got Doom, Hawkeye, Iron Lad, America Chavez, Captain America, the Human Torch, She-Hulk, Sith, Thor, and the Wasp. I mean, like, I feel like you got a decent amount. And this is the new Ultimate Hulk. I don't feel like you're dealing with Bruce Banner, you know?
Yeah. He may have, and we may find out later the Maker has removed Banner from his body. That's a theory I have.
Maybe, but he's so calm and passive. And the Hulk wouldn't be passive with Banner removed from the body.
That's true. He would be out of control. Now, the other interesting thing I loved about this series so far is how Reed Richards is the new Dr. Doom.
Yes. I love that.
And it's just very interesting. And now we got probably one that's going to be as popular as the last two were, Absolute Superman #1. Are you excited about this one, Cliff? I'm kind of interested to see where it goes. I don't know if I'm super excited, but I'm interested because you got Sandoval on this. I like what he did with Josh Williamson. Well, I think he did a little bit of the art, right? I don't know. Okay, it's here. Now, I don't know much about it. All I know is that it's going to be a new universe Superman, right?
Well, this Absolute Superman, it's written by Jason Aaron, so I'm interested. Ralph Sandoval is a great artist. Yeah. No fortress, no family, no home, absolute Man of Steel. We know that his parents are not allowed to do science on Krypton, that his Kryptonian parents end up being like bootleg farmers, you know. So like that's what we know, and we know that the S stands for the lower class of Krypton, the workers, which is steel. And I'm not particularly crazy about these changes, you know, but like again, it's a decent writer and a great artist, so it could be okay. I don't know. I mean, like I've not been losing it over the ultimate, or sorry, the absolute universe.
I didn't. I like the Wonder Woman one. I read the Batman one online because I haven't got. I'm still waiting on my copy to come in the mail. Thanks, my comic shop.
Oh no! Did you order it with something else?
No, I ordered it individually. So
okay, because I ordered my Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman on the same night, and it looks like they're all shipping together.
Okay, well, I went to this comic shop the other day because I don't really have a comic shop. I'm sure I've been over this with you before. In my area, within 50 miles, basically. So, but I was going on a day trip, and so I scouted out for comic shops because instead of ordering them this week, I thought for sure they would have the second print of Absolute Batman. Number one, he did not have it. Said it didn't come out this week. So I found myself in an argument, not meaning to be in an argument with the shop owner, telling him I assured him that comic book came out on Tuesday. But he's like, well, we didn't get it. He got kind of mad at me, Cliff.
Yeah, been there.
But, and now we got Action Comics, which is it weekly now, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, that's a little much, ain't it?
Well, they're in a race to hit I think 1100.
Oh, they're trying to like, okay, I see.
It looks like we have Glenn backstage, by the way.
Oh, okay, let me get him in there. Where I have the screen like that, I can't, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's rough.
It's kind of janky. All right. Flat Earth Santa. That's what I call him. It's my friend from Canada. Meet Cliff. This is my friend from Whatnot, Cliff.
Hello. Another Canadian. Hello.
Yes.
We have plenty of Canadians. Oh, did you hear the news, Cliff?
What's that?
Lunch Money Comics is going to be my first guest on my YouTube comic book interview series.
Nice. Mike's great.
And I hope to have you as a guest soon.
I hope so too. Book me. Get the calendar.
Hey, okay, I'll get the calendar out after we do this. I'll message you and we'll get to it. All right. We got some new comments too. Let's check those out real quick while we're got the screen in the background. Missing Mars says that Absolute Batman 1 was choice. Ron Mills says, hey, Cliff. And Cliff is doing double duty. Here he is in there. All right. So we were talking about the new Absolute Superman. Glenn, what do you think about it?
I don't know. I'm the Absolute Batman sort of is 50-50 that I've seen. I'm on the side of I didn't like it. I read it. I didn't like it whatsoever. So I'm going to put it in the back pile for now. I'll get to it, but I'm not optimistic. So, but I'm at least optimistic enough that I'll still read it.
You sound like me and Cliff. We're cautiously optimistic about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like, it's a little too soon for me to be jumping on board.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean,
I don't want to get caught in the FOMO about it, though.
Yeah, they tried it with the Ultimate Spider-Man, the new Ultimate Spider-Man, and it started off amazing, but it tailed off. And I
very much enjoyed Ultimate. I'm enjoying Ultimate Spider-Man. Not every issue can be a full banger. There's a couple of quieter issues, but the story hasn't like escaped me. I love what's going on in that book.
I like issue 10. I liked what was happening there. There's like a dynamic going on that I kind of interested in what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
With, Ben is an uncle, and the thing is, I love the fact that J. Jonah Jameson does not hate Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it's kind of refreshing. I mean,
it is, and that he's best buds with Uncle Ben. I love that.
So I mean, I know some people don't like it. I mean, it's okay, but you know what the thing is about this community and collecting comic books, not everybody has to like everything.
No.
So
Absolutely not. Yeah, it's
That's
great that some people can like some stuff, some people can like. I mean, that's always been the case, right? It's pretty much, isn't that pretty much nerd culture into itself? It's arguing about
exactly.
who was better, who was stronger, who was whatever, DC versus Marvel, whatever.
Who's
It's
picking up Thor's hammer?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's embedded into our culture, right? It's always going to be there, and we always seem to get along.
Okay, we're gonna move on to now. I kind of like this one, but I got to be honest. I like Uncanny X-Men better. X-Men 7, but I like what what's her name? I can't remember her name all of a sudden, but I like her. Her writing on it so far.
Do you mean
But no water. I've already known. We
Yeah,
know
so-
everybody. We get it. Everybody hates the mutants. Gail Simone. I just like it because my homegirl Rogue, who's one of my favorite X-Men, is now the leader of the Uncanny X-Men team.
Yes.
So I'm kind of interested in where that's going to go. But now this one though, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but I mean, you're going to write a book about how everybody hates the X-Men. Well, we've heard that all before. So, so Jed MacKay, I'm probably going to say his name wrong, guys. So I apologize. The artist is Neto Diaz. Is that how you say that? I don't. Neto or okay. I'm sorry.
Neto Diaz.
Okay. I'm from Kentucky. I don't know shit.
Oh, stop it. We can all learn how to pronounce.
That's true.
We
That's
all
true.
have the power. We
And
can say
you
pecans.
haven't heard me. And I can get countryer. Trust me. I talk like this. You want me to? All right. So then we go on to Something Is Killing the Children. It's hard to believe it's been out as long as it has. Now, this is a zero. I don't know anything about this. Does anybody know anything about? Is
I
this
don't
like
know
a
anything about
backstory
it.
or
Are
something?
all the children in that town dead yet?
I don't read it, so I don't
what is
know.
happening?
I've got no idea. I'm like,
I know how many children are.
If children are dying, shouldn't they not be writing about it? Maybe actually going and fixing the problem.
Well, they are writing about the characters
Yeah,
who are
maybe.
the problem.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
Something
guess
is
she's
killing the
trying to find
children.
out what's killing. But it's been going on for 5 years, and she hasn't found out who's killing them yet. All right, I guess she has. I don't know anything about it. But then we got Green Arrow.
Monsters. She's fighting monsters, so we'll give her a break. We'll cut her some slack.
Yeah, and I will give credit because Jenny Frison does some pretty cool covers for it, even though I don't read it. We've got Green Arrow #1 annual. I don't read Green Arrow, so this is kind of where we need Legion of Comics with us because on some of the DC ones I get kind of lost. Avengers issue 20. I'm reading this. I like Avengers. I love this Avengers. I like it. Black Panther's coming back to the team. We got Storm on the team, which is freaking awesome if you ask me. I haven't read 18 and 19 yet, but I'm getting this one because I like what Jed MacKay's done with the Avengers because actually when it started being readable again, when we had a decent writer on it. But I don't know. Let's read what it's about this week. It says, I think Black Panther's joining the team. Black Panther War Journal. Free the prisoners. Black Panther stars in this issue as he journeys into the pocket dimension of Meridian Diadem while the Avengers deal with Doctor Doom on the outside. T'Challa must rescue the prisoners trapped within the living prison. And it's written by Jed MacKay, and I can't say his name. It's Farid Karami. I think I said it good enough. He's the artist. Colors is Andrew Dahlhaus. And the other color is, there's two colors. Federico Belli, and the letter is Corey Petit. I try to give them some props too because nobody ever talks about them when they mention books. And if you ask me, the letter and the colors is just as important as the artist. Because have you ever read a book, guys, and the letters are so wonky, you're like, I can't even freaking read that.
Once in a while, and you're like, why? Why did they do this?
Yeah. Why is it the same color as the background text? Sometimes you're like, what are you doing? Okay, so we see the variants there. I think I'll just get cover A of that. Although this one right here at the bottom looks kind of cool with the A. It kind of reminds me of that George Perez Avengers 4 cover back in the day. Okay. You know what else I hate about this site, though? Every time you go back, it starts at the beginning. We have Poison Ivy.
You know what? If you want, I'll read the descriptions because I have it all loaded here.
Okay, we'll just go by them. They've got Poison Ivy, issue 27.
All right, Poison Ivy. How did we jump to Poison Ivy? But yeah, we did. Okay.
Oh, well, we are right there.
Are you doing all the list or just Marvel and DC?
Well, let's just go through. Let's just go through that. We don't need that one. I don't even read it, so I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't read it. So.
All right. So Poison Ivy, as Batman tries to get answers and the Gotham City PD begin their hunt for Poison Ivy, she attempts to uncover the truth behind the so-called Order of the Green Knights, a violent eco-terrorist organization that claims to be led by none other than the verdant villain herself. Meanwhile, Janet from HR and Killer Croc make some horrifying discoveries about the resurrected town of Marshview.
Jen from HR?
Wow. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I was like, wait, I'm sorry. I'm like, is Killer Croc dating someone in human resources?
Sounds kind of boring. At night they rob banks together.
People, they're investigating on planes, so it's not that boring.
Well, don't they say write what you know? Maybe that's all they know.
Maybe so. Maybe they're at it. You think maybe they had an axe to grind? They're gonna make her the villain, and they're like, I got an axe to grind with the woman in HR at DC Comics, and we're gonna put it in the book. Now this one I'm kind of excited about here is Avengers, Aliens versus Avengers #2. I read #1. The only thing I'm not excited about on this comic book, guys, is the price tag.
Yeah.
And
well, it is a special book, and that's how they get us.
Yeah, I know. And they got me. They know how to. Huh?
It is a 40-page book.
Okay. Well, I like the premise, and they already got me. If you say aliens, the aliens and Avengers together, and well, just take my money now, because I'm intrigued now. I don't know if anybody read the first one. In the first one, I hope there's going to be spoilers, so I hope everybody's read the first one, so get prepared. They're in space. There's this ship, and it looks like they're ran by the remember the Shi'ar, the ones the X-Men had contact with. Yeah, they had kind of like bird people or something. Yeah.
Oh no, the Shi'ar people. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So you have these. They look like Shi'ar people, and they're experimenting on these like different aliens. Like they were, and this one they're like experimenting on a Kree warrior, and they're trying to get one of the face huggers like to take to him, so it can get a chest buster out of him. What do you call him? And it fails. And they're like, well, the only ones who had success was the humans. And then he says, we have a detection of a craft coming in from Wakanda. So it's like, remember the Wakandan Galactic Empire is part of this. They come in with T'Challa, and they're like, oh, they find out that these aren't really Shi'ar, they're cyborgs pretending to be Shi'ar people. I know it's already get complicated. Jonathan Hickman's writing it, as you can tell already by what I've explained, because he can get pretty intricate. So then they find, well, it's too late. We can't get back to Earth. We're not going to get back in time because of, I guess, the space-time continuum. So you come back, and then you see Earth is decimated except for one city stronghold. And Miles is there, and Mr. Fantastic's daughter is the only surviving member of the Richards family. And but they find out at the end of it. Long story short, Miles Morales is in it. He gets infected by the alien, but he's got a symbiote suit, and the alien just turns his suit white, and it doesn't turn him into an alien. So I don't know it's kind of weird, but I like the way it was going.
Well, the symbiote suit possessed the face hugger. That's what happened. And
yes,
integrated the face hugger into the symbiote suit.
Yeah.
So that's just amazing.
It's a really cool idea. I like the thought of that. And it's like they've discovered, they thought they had this cure to this to kill the aliens, but then this happened, and they're like, oh, snap. Maybe if we study Miles here, we can figure out how to defeat these things. So but the only thing that bothered me was I read this issue 2 months ago, and it took a month. They skipped a month. So yeah. I guess probably because Jonathan Hickman's writing all kinds of stuff right now.
I am also thinking it's that.
Yeah. And then we have Birds of Prey issue 15. We don't have to go over a synopsis of all these, but I haven't read it. I've heard mixed things about Birds of Prey, but I am interested in this Batgirl #1. I like that Batgirl, that version of Batgirl, so I might pick that up. Here, well, read that. Since it's a new one, can you read the synopsis of that one?
Hold on to your seats, clutch your pearls, and rejoice in celebration because Cassandra Cain is taking center stage in her first solo Batgirl series in nearly 2 decades. When a deadly group of assassins show up to kill Cassandra, Lady Shiva comes to the rescue, and they must put their complicated past aside and work together as mother and daughter, to ensure they make it out alive. Unfortunately, things are never as easy as they seem, and Cass must embark on a jaw-dropping, martial arts-filled adventure in her quest for truth and justice and revenge. It's a Batgirl book like never before, so join us as we dive into the psyche of one of Gotham's deadliest fighters while exploring her deep and complex relationship with her mother.
Oh, yes.
There you
And
go.
her mother is a member of the League of Assassins, right?
And she's Lady Shiva. She's Lady Shiva. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But Lady Shiva is her mama.
Well, then her family's got a lot of skeletons in their closet then. We got X-Force number 5. I'm not reading X-Force. I've heard mixed things about this too. The next book, X-Factor number 4, I've kind of heard mixed things about that.
Yeah, it's not. I am actually liking it. It's because I occasionally like Off the Wall, and it's like it's not baddie Off the Wall. It's just like every issue, it seems like we got a new team. Oh, they're gone.
Well, that's kind of how that book goes. I mean, it usually did anyway. We got Shazam number 17. Shazam. I'm turning to Gomer Pyle all of a sudden.
Are you interested in Shazam?
Yeah, you can read it. I don't read it, but
Christmas has come early for Freddie Freeman, but all of his success and notoriety as Philly's top superhero is just ill-gotten gains. Mary and Billy can't help but link their brother's rise in popularity with the sudden emergence of Dr. Savannah. But as Billy continues to leak magic and monstrous societal issues begin to mount across the city, Savannah's arrival is only the tip of the iceberg.
okay. We'll probably from now on save some time on we might just go over what do you think, Cliff? Just go over the first issue ones coming out, maybe.
I mean, I guess I like doing this. I'm having a good time.
Okay, all right.
And
next up, we got JSA number 1.
See, JSA number 1 is important. That's good.
I'm interested in this book. I think I'm going to pick this up.
We should all be interested in this book. That is for sure, because I love it. The new era of the JSA begins here. Longtime fan favorite characters: Hawkman, Hawkgirl, Jade, Obsidian, Jesse Quick, Hourman, Ted Grant the Wildcat, and Sandman are all back on the roster of DC's first superhero team as they face their greatest and most important personal challenges yet. Will Golden Age ideals hold true in a world recovering from the events of absolute power? Or do they need a more hardcore approach to stand against the new Injustice Society of America?
All right. Well, that made me want to read it even more. But I just like the old Justice Society of America comics back in the day. I used to read these when I was a kid.
Yep.
And I always thought it was interesting. It's kind of like the old school, they were the Justice League before there was a Justice League, right?
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, I'm down for it. I've always enjoyed Jeff Lemire, for the most part. They got some great covers out for this, including a foil. There's a Sweeney Boo 1 in 25 cover.
Go ahead. You can keep talking.
Oh, okay.
And I just wanted to go to the page where they're.
Yeah, there's that Sweeney Boo 1 in 25. That's cool. With Red Lantern on it, and I think Cyclone.
I like this Jeff Lemire one.
I like that. Yeah.
I think that's who that is. I like this Jeff Lemire. That Jeff Lemire
regular cover.
Travis Mercer. We got
Cully Hammer.
Yeah, this one it says cover D, Jeff Lemire. Oh, that's a connecting cover, so they're going to have connecting covers. All right.
Yeah, I don't think Jeff.
Well, Lemire doesn't put the wrong name on it then.
Yeah, that's got to be wrong. Yeah.
Okay, we got the John K. Snyder 1 in 50 card stock variant, and 1 in 25 Sweeney Boo. Yeah. I don't know if I'll pick up I'll probably just get cover A on that. I don't know. But I just like the thought of this. I like that they're bringing it back. And let's go on to where are we at? Gunslinger Spawn number 37. I get this book. I just like it. You get Spawn mixed with a guy from the Old West, and sign me up. I get it. I don't get King Spawn right now or Spawn, but what I liked about this one, it was easy to pick up and kind of figure out where they were going. But he's been kind of stuck in the past. I mean, the future, and I think it's about to win as far as they can go with that. But the one thing I do like about the Spawn comics is that Todd McFarlane still has the price at $2.99.
Yep.
And
the book is only about 19 pages, but he still has the price of $2.99.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is not. It's very short. It's very short. We got King Spawn 39, and then Venom War 4. I got to be honest with you. And Marvel, I'm talking to you right now. You just got off Blood Hunt, then you try to get another series that goes in different series as I have to pick up, and you expect me to read that too. No, thank you. Sorry. All right.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Venom is the last thing ever on my mind. And yet, I have not hated Venom War. I'm not collecting it. But
okay.
Every time I pick one up to go through it, I end up maybe taking it. Like I am enjoying Spider-Man, Venom War Spider-Man, where Spidey's wearing the traditional suit. So, and then there was the Black Widow one. I read it. I really enjoyed the ending. I mean, I was like, oh, this is not all terrible. Good for them. All that to say, pick up the grades.
I'm going to move along a little bit just to save some time on these. We got the Venom War Spider-Man 4. Like I said, I don't know. The Blood Hunters 4. I read issue 1. I didn't like it, so I moved on. We got this Public Domain number 10 from Chip Zdarsky. And I don't know if the Night Watcher, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Night Watcher. Oh, that's the new character, right? They had a new character. I didn't even know this Spider Society was a thing. It shows you how far out of the loop I am.
Yep.
I just kind of get stuck in my own little world of what I read, and I'm just going to go through and see what else catches my eye. Oh, here we got EC Cruel Universe. I really wanted to like these books, and I kind of liked a few of them, but it's kind of hit or miss, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if I'm going to keep getting it. And we got Conan the Barbarian, Battle of the Black Stone number 3. To be honest, I don't read a lot of those. I'm not excited.
Reshaper of Worlds is her first comic appearance.
Okay.
Since
we got Creature Commandos. They got a cartoon coming out soon.
Yes, they do, and they're on a special mission, and of course, that special mission has led them to Brainiac.
Of course.
Yeah, which actually technically is not a terrible idea considering what just happened with Absolute Power.
That's true. What happened with Brainiac too?
Normally I would be like, oh, Brainiac again, but in this case, I was like, this actually is kind of working. It's kind of working.
We got this. I've never seen this one either. Kahori, the Reshaper of Worlds, number 1.
So she is from Marvel's What If, the TV series.
Okay.
And so this is her first comic book appearance.
It just occurred to me, Cliff and Glenn, that maybe if I'm going to do this, I need to do a little bit more research. Okay.
Well, I apologize. I don't pick up any of the new stuff. So
okay.
Me just continuously saying, didn't pick it up. Didn't read it. It's no point.
You scroll past Nemesis.
Okay. Actually, Nemesis is pretty dope. I've read some of these.
Right. Nemesis is dope. It's now over at Dark Horse Comics. Highly recommend.
He's like a crazy Batman.
Yeah.
A homicidal Batman.
I'm not sure if Negasonic Teenage Warhead is a one-shot, but that is also coming out this week. And, of course, most people know the character from the Deadpool movies.
She was actually one of my favorite characters in the movie.
Yeah. Anansi Boys has a lot of heat on it if anyone's interested. That Marvel Superhero Secret Wars 11 has a 1 in 25 if anyone cares about that.
Well, let's check it out. I'm interested.
And,
anything that's got a cool variant.
Well,
I'm kind of interested.
Well, I think it's a cool variant because
it's those. We got the facts.
Yeah, there's the
covers. Did I pass it up? Yeah, I passed it up.
It's there. There you go.
Yeah, I like that. Here, I'll click on it so we get a bigger picture of it. I can.
With Jessica.
Let's see here.
Just
There we go.
Yeah. It's like, dude, what
Yeah,
happened?
I like that.
Beautiful. It's a good looking cover.
Some people don't like Greg Land, but I kind of like him. Yeah.
You know, I have very hit and miss experiences with him. Very hit and miss. This is definitely
Me
better.
too.
It's definitely one of the better ones.
Well, okay. It's yeah. Let's go. I just don't want to run out of time for stuff because I want to go. I think Glenn has to be somewhere in a couple hours. So I was just trying to get, you know how it is, guys. You plan to do all this stuff and you ain't got time to do it all. Then, all right, we got Little Batman, month one.
All right,
That's
so
cute.
that one's kind of cute. A little, I'm not sure where they're going with that. Vox Machina, Critical Role. If you're interested in Dungeons and Dragons and their adventures that are on Amazon currently, that's good. Next up, what's the next line? Scroll
Let's
down.
go down. Okay, let's go down here. We got Patra, number 3 from Dark Horse.
Not familiar with Patra. Spider-Man Homeroom Heroes is for the kids. So if you are looking for family-friendly Spider-Man, that's your book.
I might get that for my nephew. We got 2000 AD.
Yep.
Is that Judge Dredd? That's Judge Dredd. That looks kind of interesting. I don't know about this one, but I don't know. I might check it out. And then we got Red Sonja.
Yes.
The Fiery Redhead. Death and the Devil. Did you see the Jenny Pearson cover that came out last week? That's pretty great.
I told everybody about it. I thought it was great.
I have it ordered. Hopefully it'll be here soon. Now, I guess we're getting more into the indie stuff here that I don't know that much. They got Josie and the Pussycats.
Yep.
I used to have some weird dreams about those ladies.
It is the annual for Josie and the Pussycats.
Well, I used to have some quite vivid adult dreams about these ladies. All right, when I was a kid. But we'll just skip that. We got second printing of Uncanny X-Men. You know what I say? When they start getting into first and second prints, it usually means they're doing something right.
It used to mean that.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really mean that now, though, does it?
Yeah, nowadays I'm like, and they like an extra buck. That's my opinion. Hyde Streets, Hyde Street, I feel like they're doing the right thing. I feel like they're doing that because they want people to read. You know, they want people invested in the stories.
And I'll be honest, I really like that so far. And look here, The Moon is Following Us #1 is in its third printing.
Yes, it is. Again, a book that people really want to read, or probably should be reading.
I tell you right now, I highly recommend this book. If you're not picked it up, you need to do so, even if it's a third print.
Yep.
It's just an interesting story. It kind of has a little Ready Player One vibe to it. And we got Mark Spears' Monsters #1 New York Comic Con exclusive. I'm sure that'll be ungodly amount of money. All right. Okay, I think we're done with that for now. All right, next one. We won't need that many visual aids, I don't think. Maybe we will. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, I missed half of the chat because I had to go over there and look at all that stuff. Oh, Kevin's here. Random Rip. Sorry about that, dude. I was caught up on the other screen.
Oh,
how you doing?
I just got home from a long, long day. So.
Oh, okay. You all right, bud? All right.
Yeah, I forgot you had changed the time on us.
Yeah, well, like I told Cliff earlier today, I thought 10 p.m. was kind of a bridge too far.
Yeah.
For some people, and everybody's getting tired. It's Sunday night. People got to go to work. They're not all unemployed bums like me. All right. I'm just kidding. You can tell I like to hate on myself. Okay, we got banners. I got my banners set up, so we're just going to do this one. This will be easy. I'll show you my slideshow in a little bit. Top 5 animated shows based on comics. And well, I guess I could just show you. I'll show you mine real quick, and I won't stop. I'll just go through them, then we'll discuss it later, okay? Just to save time. Let me go to share, present. Okay, present, share screen. I hope it goes back to the way we had it once I do this. But if it doesn't, let me know. When I click this, if it doesn't have it on the side again, let me know. Here we go. Are we on the side of the thing? Because I can't see it from where I'm at. All right. First
It
up,
is. It just hasn't come up.
in my
yet.
opinion, still not coming up.
There we go. Kind of figured that would be on the list.
Obviously, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so this was going to be on the list. X-Men, the animated series. And then I have, I grew up on this one, so Super Friends, obviously. And,
I don't know. Technically, that's based on Justice League, right?
Yeah.
And Super Friends,
but
the
it's
comic didn't come out till after the cartoon.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. It's okay. We got Batman, the animated series, the great Kevin Conroy, great show.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to while everybody's talking. And then I have this one. Maybe some people don't know this one, and I know
I love Mightiest Heroes. Love it.
It is, and it sticks to the comics, Cliff. You know what I mean? It's like all these stories in the book, in this, this show are pulled from the comics.
When did this come out?
Was it 2008 or 9, Cliff? I think, or 10. Was it 2010?
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like yesterday, but it is a long time ago.
Yeah, and they canceled after 2 seasons so they could have that Avengers Assemble, which was trash. And because they were trying to make it more like the movies, right?
Oh, yeah.
This right here follows
2010.
Yeah. And I do. You can get this on. It's on Disney Plus. It streams on Disney Plus. You can get the DVDs. I have them on Blu-ray, and they go through everything: the Kree Skrull War, the Cosmic Cube, the Secret War, Secret Invasion, all this stuff. And it's and they do the that thing about Asgard. I can't remember the name of it, but it was in the book comics. Yeah. But they do all these things. It's really great. It's kind of like a condensed version of them. Like it's not, but the one thing about this show that I liked was like I did the next show I'm going to talk about, which is Justice League, is they didn't just have it all in one episode. Sometimes there would be second parts to the episode. And
yeah, I like that cliffhanger.
And I know they usually don't like to do that because I guess children have a short attention span, but and I'm a big kid, so I enjoyed this. I thought it was a shame they got rid of it, and it was the last, actually the last series that Boyd Kirkland worked on before he passed away. The great animator who also worked on Batman the animated series and several other great shows. And I guess it's no surprise that this one's on the list. Justice League, the animated series. I kind of went back and forth on whether that or Unlimited should be on it, but I had to pick the OG. And I can't remember the other one I had on here, but it's not on here. So 3, or is that 4? That's 5, I guess. Okay. All right. We're stop sharing. I'll let you guys, if you have any other ones you'd like to add to this list. There's also some honorable mentions. Could be Defenders of Earth. It used to be a show I watched when I was a kid. Superman, the animated series, was pretty cool. And I can't think of many others, but there's some. You
left out Smurfs, but.
Okay. Oh, I meant like based on a comic book. I thought the Smurfs.
Well, the Smurfs are based on a French comic, so.
Oh, okay. Well, then that counts. Sorry, I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I'll throw in the animated Spider-Man, the 90s.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
yes. I forgot about that. That show's great.
I was addicted to that.
What I liked about it
is there's too many for just 5. You know?
Yeah.
Like, right. Like if I'm gonna nitpick, then I'm gonna go with Batman the animated series, X-Men, Justice League Unlimited, Static Shock, and then Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and DuckTales. Hello.
Yeah, I like DuckTales. I used to watch.
That's my favorite cartoon of all of them.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like, even though those things actually no, DuckTales isn't really actually based on a comic book. It's those characters came out animated features before they were comics.
Only Well, okay. But
So-
the DuckTales are based on the stories written by Carl Barks, who invented Uncle Scrooge and all that, who did not have cartoons before DuckTales.
Uncle Scrooge was in cartoons before DuckTales.
Whoa.
Weird.
Christmas Carol.
Well, I don't get. Look, the thing is, if your first appearance wasn't the actual comic book, I'm not giving it to you. And I saw plenty of Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and I still don't know which one is
Well,
which.
actually, their first appearances was in the comics in the 40s.
No. All right, I
Scrooge,
stand
Huey,
corrected.
Dewey, and Louie.
Kevin bred me for filth. All right.
All right.
I know.
There's a couple I've got that weren't on.
Okay, go ahead.
Obviously, Batman Adventures. I really thought my number 2 was going to be on here. TMNT. I mean, that just
Wow, right?
Yeah, I forgot that.
I thought that was for
Forgiven.
sure going to be on somebody's. I had Spider-Man Amazing Friends. I like the Amazing
I like
Friends
that
better,
too.
but my number 4 was
That one great.
the Tick.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I love
love the Tick.
Those are all
Love
solid
the
picks.
And my
I love
number
all versions of the Tick. Even
yeah,
the
my
live
number
action.
5 was X-Men 97, and my honorable mention was Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
It started with
I forgot that
Xenozoic
Xenozoic Tales. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. I've loved that stuff.
I
Ever
sold a
since it
bunch of
came
those to a cheap comic collector. I had a bunch of the black and white issues from Kitchen
They're
Sink.
just great covers. I
Great
mean,
art too.
it's a good read too, but I mean, it's amazing covers.
Yeah. Well, okay, we got
That was
one
my
out.
list.
I don't have any.
Well, we got that one out of the way. So, all right, I'm afraid to talk about this one. I'm kind of excited about this. I don't know if many people are, but I still am. I know they had to do a lot of reshoots, but Captain America: Brave New World comes out February 14th, 2025. And I'm just going to be honest with you. There's one of the main reasons, 2 reasons I'm very excited about this movie, and probably the only 2 reasons. Harrison Ford is in it, and he is the Red Hulk. And the Red Hulk's in it. So I don't know what your thoughts on this are, everybody. I'm going to share the screen. We'll just go over the little.
I'm not going to get my hopes up, but
I'm not getting my hopes up. Also, he is an old man. We got to stop doing that crap. Stop
Right.
hiring old men. Not
gotta
for
love
main
Harrison
roles,
Ford, but seriously.
You know, not for
Well,
somebody who
he was
appear.
Han Solo. Well, he gets a pass to me because he was Han Solo. All right.
I mean, the Red Hulk
We
going to
got,
be a old Hulk.
Of who he is.
Well, I mean, I think it's more like maybe I don't know your theory on it. My theory is this: when you're the Red Hulk, though, it's like it doesn't matter how old you are, you're the Red Hulk then. So it's like
To me, it does matter if I want you to appear in more than one movie,
Yeah.
right?
For
And
sure.
this
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
dude is in great health, but he likes to go and fly on little planes and have little plane accidents.
Maybe
Well,
they
the
know
thing is,
something
though-
on about the future of the Red Hulk. He may not
Yeah,
make it
well,
out.
you know, the thing is though, the character Harrison Ford's playing, he replaced somebody that did die.
Now, I didn't know they were bringing Liv Tyler back.
They let one wonderful old man die, and they say, "Who's the next oldest actor we have?" And they didn't go, "Oh, let's go 10 years younger." They're like, "No, Harrison's under contract. Let's go grab him. Let's go grab Harrison. Let's
Well,
go grab his old ass."
Yeah, and I've always liked Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, I do like the fact that he's
John,
like
Giancarlo Esposito's younger than y'all think, but he's great. And also, I love the way he makes eye contact with my mom. I told her it's okay. It's okay. You know, we ran into him on 2 different occasions in 2 very different places, and both times he made eye contact with my mom and tipped his hat to her. Love him.
Cool.
I didn't realize this, but Liv Tyler is coming back as Betty
Tim
Ross.
Blake Nelson's in
Yes. It's about
Then we
time.
got the is he the leader? Is Tim Blake Nelson's the leader
Yeah,
again?
I forgot that he plays Stearns.
Okay.
I saw him on the Billy String show the other night, singing "In the Jailhouse Now." It's like the old days.
Well, so I'm kind of.
Then they took it down because of copyright violations.
That Liv Tyler's back and that
Yeah,
Tim Blake Nelson's back. So is it Seth Rollins is in this movie? Kobe Lopez? That's Seth Rollins, right? The wrestler. Okay. I did not know that. I wonder who he's playing. It doesn't say. All right. So I don't know. I don't know about this movie. I'm
Freakier
kind of like
Friday.
Kevin. Huh?
Okay, I'm excited about Freakier Friday now that I see they're making that.
Oh,
Love
I didn't
it.
know. I did not
Yes.
know they were making a Freaker Friday.
I was a big fan as a kid.
I even liked the remake they did with Jamie Lee Curtis. To be honest
Yeah.
with you,
Right.
And Lindsay Lohan.
That's it. Although I couldn't stand the Herbie remake that she did.
Yeah,
You got to have what's his name, Buddy Hackett, or
she gets a pass because she's a redhead. I have a thing for redheads. Anyway, I guess the next thing I'm going to talk about, and this is to be a discussion thing. Does anybody watch Swaggle channel?
Occasionally.
Yeah, every once
Well,
in a
he
while.
had an interesting topic today after he got back from New York Comic Con, and it was this: the hobby you remember is never coming back.
Well, yeah.
And what he meant by that was like the way things have changed, like the variant thing, and like these exclusivity like packs, and that some of the artists, it's not, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that there's still a way to collect. About like he's talking about everything, like the influencer thing, Comic Tom, and all that stuff. But
The hobby I remember was pre-internet,
yeah,
and that's never coming back.
and it's just part of the world now. The YouTube comic book influencer is just it's just part of the thing now. It's not going to go away. Whether we like to or not. And I can't say that because I'm a YouTuber now. So,
Well, I've never had a problem with them.
Yeah,
I don't either. I don't really have a problem. I think
influencers-
Comic Tom honestly is good for the thing for comics.
Right, it is. But also, why do we constantly make such a big deal about the YouTube influencer part of the hobby? Like, I don't feel like that's the most damaging thing that's happened.
I don't think it's that damaging.
It has some damaging effects time to time. I'm not going to deny that. But I'm more upset about things like we can't have Peach Momoko travel halfway across the world without some kind of argument breaking out on her line. Like, that's the thing that upsets me.
That comes with big crowds and big fan base.
Yeah, that's no different in anywhere.
Avoid that.
No, I know, but the thing is, lots of people get. Jim Lee has phenomenal crowds. Chris Claremont gets big ones. Why is it happening with her? Someone even dared to say that it's fabricated to draw more attention to her. I don't believe that. I've met some of these people. They're crazy.
I don't think her hiding under the table in fear was fabricated.
No.
No.
I don't think her having to hide under the table.
Yeah, that's terrible. So, like, that's something in the hobby that I think that's like something that everybody should actually pay attention to, and just let's try to do better.
Yeah, for sure.
If you are running something inside an event like New York Comic Con, you either get a plan to get it right from the beginning, or if you need to move that line, you better assemble a team to help you move that line,
right?
So that chaos doesn't break out. So, like, that's something I don't like. People trying to take advantage of artists. That's something that's really started to take off mid-2000s to now, and I think that got worse, and I don't like that. So I'm more worried about the things that got worse than I am about the other stuff. I do think what's the next gimmick? What's the next gimmick is really annoying, because it's such a corporate mentality that, like, it's a toxic corporate mentality, right? Like, oh, we did this giveaway thing and that was really popular, and now we got these special packs that are like collector's packs, like when you were a kid with cards, except now it's variant comic covers, and like it just keeps escalating and escalating. And I don't even know how stores make money on the exclusives. The exclusives are expensive to produce, know? And like that was hot for a minute, but like even now you're starting to see people see right through it and hold off on buying those books.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you don't, and I'm with you on this. I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate. I don't believe it, but I'm going to play it just because. Well, I think the other side needs to be here. But on the variant side, I'm absolutely 100%. Like, but here's the problem: is you're getting with Diamond, with all the distributors, they're getting the stuff out. You're getting and in fact, we're not even getting numbers like we used to in the 2000s and whatnot.
Absolutely not.
And we don't know what's actually getting done. Number one, number two, the variant covers in all this crap. We're talking about number 27 with like 5 variants. Why?
Yeah.
Come on. Like that number 2, which, whatever.
Yeah, people will
but-
quit buying all those.
But it's so
Eventually.
you've got to get the 1 in 10s, the 1 in 25s, so that the store can sell. They can go into debt and whatnot to buy 10 of these just to get the 1 in 10, so that they can maybe sell it for $10.
To sell them, the store has to sell the 1 in 10,
Yeah.
the 1 in 25, so that they don't go under in the process.
Exactly,
Right.
and that's what I'm saying is,
And
how,
then a lot
how
of the
about,
books they order end up in the dollar bin.
yeah,
Those fake
or
covers.
even worse. How about we go with the one cover and be transparent on the numbers, and let's see how good the comic industry really is, because I'm going to tell you, it's not.
Yeah, they're not gonna. That's why they're not gonna do that.
And,
They don't want you to know how bad it is.
Am I the only one that and I'm kind of directing this at Boom Studios and Dynamite Comics. How many variants do you have to have for one damn comic book, y'all?
Right.
I agree. But
100
what I'm going to
different
say on
variants.
the other
Their
side,
money. They're making their money, and
And
they're
people are buying them. If
Right,
people
and
buy
That's
them,
true.
they're
That's
gonna
true.
make them.
And also, I think what Swaghouse was saying was like, he's talking about all this stuff we're talking about, NCGC and CBCS, and the grading, whether to grade or not to grade, and I mean, it turns off some people. I like it. I don't have many, but I'm wanting to get more, slabs. And but it's just I think what he was trying to get at was that it's still going to be the hobby, but it may not be like it was like when we were kids.
it's never going to be.
I think
We're never going back to that.
road ended a long time. I don't know who that message was for. I'm not. Maybe that message was for people like me, but I've already come to witness what's happened. Maybe that message is for people older than me. Again, I'm not entirely
Which makes
sure.
no sense because I've known that for my whole life. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I
we kind
started
of
going
knew
to
it
cons in the 80s.
once the 90s
Big
hit.
Con was what, 10,000 people in the 80s? That was tiny compared to now.
And Stan Lee was giving away autographs.
Yeah, all of them were. You didn't pay for autographs back then. Even.
Exactly. And I was there for the whole time. I was there for the free autographs till crap started hitting the fan, and then that was it. Then the charging started happening because it was like, hey, no one's paying me to be here. You guys are doing terrible things and flipping online, giving us sob stories for free artwork, all of that stuff, right? That's
and to circle back to what you said, Cliff, about taking advantage of artists. I heard a story. I don't know if this is true, but I heard people that were at Heroes Con tell me that like Jenny Fritz is trying to sign books and dealers are coming up with carts full of books.
Yes, notorious.
I saw that decades ago when they didn't charge for autographs.
Well, look at what I said with my buddy at San Diego.
Say, I'll sign 3 of them, and that's it.
Yeah, he was at San Diego, and before the con even opened, the J. Scott Campbell Witchblade was already sold out. It's like, how?
Because they sold them to all the dealers.
Yeah, to all the dealers on preview night. Yeah, I get it, but I mean,
and that goes back to the Peach Moco line this year. There were people that were kind of freaking out, thinking that people that were mad that they couldn't get it because it was just for attendees, and then that caused some trouble too, I reckon.
Yeah,
dealers were buying them. Attendee badge, it wasn't for you, and that caused all sorts of trouble. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many signs you post. People have such an outrageous sense of entitlement. I was at Wizard World Philadelphia. It was 2006, I think, right? I'm with my friend. We see this guy. He's got the cart of comics, the mini cart with like multiple short stacks on it. And he's like, I don't care. These books are going to get sold. These books are going to get signed. And I'm like, like one of the boxes, but that's still 150 books we're talking about. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? It's like, I paid good money to be here. They're going to get signed, whatever. And I'm like, we all paid good money to be here.
Right.
No. And I'm like, and I know this is a business for you, but like, don't you think you should have made accommodations for this rather than get on a line and argue with people? Anyhow, needless to say, it did not go well.
Well, Well, what I was saying in the devil's advocate is the fact of for the con runners, right? They want to maximize profits, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because they need the most amount of people, so they're packing people in past where should be.
Oh, and you talk about people taking advantage of artists and stuff.
Yeah.
Con runners do that too.
Oh yeah, they do. They absolutely do.
Yeah, but at least con runners, and I can't believe I'm defending them, right? But
up front.
But right up front, and they try.
Yeah.
Some of them try to maximize your experience because they want you to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, they do whatever they can to make sure you come back. They want you to have a happy experience, and if that means like lowering the cost of entry or trying to give more things to you for the higher cost of entry, they do, because they see, you know, like look at New York Comic Con shows, you get nothing for your cost of entry. It's just gouge you.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's not a Comic Con. It's
not.
It's a what's the right term?
It's a pop culture.
Yeah, pop culture.
Yeah,
that's what I just.
I hate it. I hate it.
See, that's when I quit going to Dragon Con, because Dragon Con was originally about games and books.
Yes.
There were no comics. Comics
bit of
didn't come along till 93 or 94. They had 5 years with no comics even.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and that was cool. It was a niche crowd. Everybody was on the same page. Then they brought the comics in, which was cool because most of us were into comics too, games. Then they started bringing in the TV stars, movie stars, every kind of celebrity you could imagine under the sun. And it just got to where it's Comic-Con. It's just a little bit smaller Comic-Con in the Southeast now.
Well, they're adding now, like in Lexington, Kentucky, where it's close to where I'm from. They're doing like the Lexington, what they call it, comic book and toy pop culture.
Yeah.
It's got to always have celebrity actors there. I really don't care. I ain't going to pay to get a picture of an actor. I don't think it's special. I have to pay for it. Getting a picture of an actor or a celebrity is better if you see them out in public and go, oh, can you take a picture with me?
Yeah.
Then you got a story about it. Now your story is, I paid $80 to meet Lee Majors.
Right.
Listen, I get
200 to get his autograph and a selfie.
I get 90 seconds to talk to them when I pay for that picture, and you better believe I run my mouth as fast as I can. I am getting there. I'm like, I love what you did on the Orville. It was wonderful. I love what they did at the beginning. And then at the end, when you got to sit down and have dinner with Boris, I thought was beautiful. Well, you guys is doing wonderful. You go home and you tell these people that this big old gay guy in New York is crying every time I watch the show. Okay, love you. Wish you were Wonder Woman. Peace, girl. And that's it. You better believe. I get every single word and I can't when I meet these
people. You're going to get your money's worth, right?
I get my money's worth. I had 90 seconds I had 180 seconons total with 2 people from the Orville, and you better believe I ran my mouth and got my photos.
Yep.
You know, and
Okay.
Peter Macon.
I never paid $80 to do it.
Peter Macon was so nice to me. He actually gave me like 3 minutes. You know. And you know, I want to tell you, yes, it's a lot of money and it's ridiculous. But at the same time, it's not ridiculous because what are my opportunities to meet these people, right? And also, they worked on a show that really touched my heart in a vulnerable time for me one summer, and I got to see them and I got to share with them like how much it meant to me and how special I thought it was, and I look forward to more, and hopefully that'll happen one day, you know. And so like. So yeah, so the $180, wait, hold on, 80, the $160 suddenly became more worth it. And it was like the main reason I went to that show was because I just wanted to see the two of them because I was so captured by their performance, their storyline, everything.
Yeah.
And it was worth
it. That's the thing. If it's somebody you really, really admire and want to meet and see and talk to, then pay where you feel it's worth.
Funny. Right, because some people I admire, like in the case of these two, I just admired their performance. Right,
I have to remind myself to not be jaded because I came up in that era when you didn't have to pay for autographs.
And I did too, where it was much simpler, you know. And you know what? And I'll tell you what really broke me completely. I used to see Carrie Fisher all the time, throwing the glitter and everything, And I used to go, oh, 250 is a lot, maybe next time, right? And you know, and stuff like I always said that, right? And when she was gone, I for number one, I didn't even know that Carrie Fisher meant that much to me. My heart broke so hard, right? Like I was like, oh shit. And the first thing that went through my head was I took those moments for granted. Every time I said, oh, that's a little bit much, maybe next time. I took it all for granted, you know? And now I listen to her audio. In fact, this is really funny. I have three of her audiobooks. I think it's the only three, right? I've listened to the first two beginning to end. I cannot finish the third one.
Yeah.
You know? And every time I play her audiobooks, it feels like she's just sitting in my living room telling me Hollywood stories.
I love that audiobook.
Her one-woman show she did on HBO, Wishful Drinking, was just brilliant.
It is. The thing
hilarious.
Is, she was a brilliant, flawed, marvelous individual, you know, and she did inspire me in ways that I didn't understand until after she was gone.
Yeah,
you know, and so anyhow, that was one of the things that affected me when I made that decision that I was that 1 year I went to Terrificon just because I was like, I need to see these two people from the Orville now. Like that was it. That was like mission statements.
Sure, but no one's saying get rid of them.
Oh no.
Most people are just saying, hey, can we maybe separate the comics? Because up here in Canada, right, in Toronto, basically every month there's a toy and a comic show in a big part of the city. And I mean, it's good. You can get it. It's the regular comic type of shows that you remember back in the 70s and 80s, and the toy shows, and it's great every single month. And then there's a couple every year that are big, that are just dealers and whatnot. No toys, no nothing, just all comic dealers, and it's great. I'm just saying, we don't need to demonize one to make something better on the other. Let's just maybe separate them, or make, they continue to want to get smaller on the comic side at Comic Cons. Let it be.
Yeah,
right?
well,
it's not going to hurt anything.
There will be Comic Cons come up that are just Comic Cons.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Terrificon is a great example. It's mostly a comic show, but he still has a little bit of everything. There are a bunch of guests in the back of the room, but he keeps them separate, And he worked because he grew up loving comics and he grew up loving movies. But he works very hard to maintain this atmosphere, and he doesn't charge people. I was at Ottawa Comic Con. Ottawa Comic Con doesn't have their shit together, and they charge people 2,000 Canadian a table.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Those are New York Comic Con prices. I don't even care about the exchange. Those are New York Comic Con prices. You can't do that, Ottawa. Like, what are you doing? So I'm complaining that there are zero deals at Ottawa Comic Con, and it's because they're paying too much for these tables.
Dealers can't make a deal when they pay that much.
Oh,
Heroes
Niagara Comic Con was just as bad, and then they're charging way too much now. It's you can't do it.
Isn't Heroes mostly comic books?
Heroes is, yes, and it always has been.
I'm going this
since
year.
It started.
Yeah.
So the ones that are mostly comic oriented are Baltimore Comic Con, and the Inkwell Awards take place there. Terrificon, which Mitch has been doing a wonderful job with. Heroes Con, and then there's a couple of, but there's so in recent years, and again, this is where the YouTube community helps, right?
Right.
In recent years, we've been able to pinpoint who has the traditional comic show, right? So I know if I reached out to Rob Fatstacks, Rob will be like, oh, there's a very traditional show in San Diego, blah, blah, blah. Like everyone's getting on board with who has a more traditional show. And that's really great. And the thing is, what we do forget, and even when you're at Comic-Con, which I am filled with cynicism over, right? The meetups and the camaraderie are really beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because some of the people I met at Terrificon for the first time in person, they did all their shopping on Friday, The rest was just hanging out, getting autographs, checking off whatever boxes that they want to check off, But like their main event, they did it Friday. Like me, I run around, I talk to people, I'm doing everything. I'm like a chicken with his head cut off. I'm just looking in, trying to buy, trying to do whatever I can, you know, almost getting rooked by some dude for $300 for a Marvel premiere. And sorry, Marvel feature.
You know, I'm hoping that's why I want to go to Heroes Con so I can meet some of these lovely people I've met on YouTube.
Yep.
And I'm hoarding.
I'm waiting
for Heroes Con.
Any day they're supposed to be announcing the.
Are you going, Cliff? Because I'm going to go. I'm going.
I'm doing everything in my power. Unlike last year, I am stashing away. Let's see where I'm at right now.
I probably won't have much money to spend, but I'll be there.
Well, I'm going as well. I'm also going to MegaCon this year as well.
All right.
Yep. It's a month earlier. It's February 6th this year instead of March.
And MegaCon, is that the one in Florida?
That's the one in Florida, yeah. Actually, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, that one's not so much of a comic show, right?
It's not, but it's because I'm meeting up with a bunch of friends. And
the
funny thing is MegaCon started actually at Heroes Con. It was the people that originally started MegaCon actually did the show in Heroes Con, and we were there that year, and they invited us the very first year. And amazingly enough, because again, I used to be part of the industry. I did software for LPSs, the Diamond Distribution, and it got bought out. So I was in the industry at the time. So it just happened to be right when MegaCon started.
Oh, cool. Oh, and just to circle back to what Cliff's talking about Carrie Fisher, I have a similar regret. I went to this pop culture like Flash Comic Con thing in Knoxville, Tennessee one year, and Leonard Nimoy was there. And I said, well, I could see him some other time. I'm going to just spend my money on these comics. And I really regret that because he died like 6 months later.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you never get that chance back. You know, I grew up watching Leonard Nimoy just like I did Carrie Fisher. And and you know what? It's like that. I tell myself like when I try to brace myself for people I love that are going to pass away, I know soon or eventually. It's like William Shatner. I'll probably cry the day he dies. I will be honest with you. And the same thing with like Harrison Ford or Mark Hamill, because they meant a lot to my childhood. But I'm gonna get emotional now. But I'm gonna go to the next subject, which is
I wanted to say too that you mentioned you can't even finish that last audiobook. Yeah, there's a lot of Terry Pratchett fans that just cannot bring themselves to read the last novel he wrote before he died. I always ask them, man, what if you die though, without having read it?
I know. Yeah, and don't think I don't power through. Every once in a while, I play a little bit more. I will get there one day. I play a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do the top trending comics this week on Key Collector app now. We'll just kind of blaze through it real quick because I want to show these some comic books everybody's got. So here we go. I think let's see if he'll start sharing. Here we go. So the first one on the list here is Emily Strange, #1 from Dark Horse Comics, 2005. First series featuring Emily Strange, a counterculture 13-year-old girl who began as an icon on skateboards and other forms of graffiti art. I don't know much about her. I have this one actually.
Works.
Wonder Man. I knew that was going to eventually get there.
So
I have this comic. I just got this comic, by the way. I have this comic.
And of course, we know why that's peaking.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to have a Wonder Man series, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's what the other one said too. There's an animated series of that one that was first.
I'm interested. I'm interested in the series. It says that, Bob Odenkirk rumored to portray Wonder Man's business manager in the Disney Plus series.
I like Bob.
To get Bob Odenkirk in a series, I mean, the guy is one of the GOATs, in my opinion, of TV. It says there's been a 467% increase in copies sold this week.
Of course.
That's literally.
I feel like Comic Tom all of a sudden.
I literally bought a 10-pack for $2 from Post. What was it? Post whatever. Like 6 months ago.
Wow.
And the next one is Daredevil 131, which is the first appearance
Yep, got
and
that.
Origin of Bullseye, which but we know why this is on here, right? It's the
Yep.
Daredevil series. There's been a 467% increase in copies sold this week versus the previous week. Because of the teaser reel that just showed up about the new Daredevil series, which I'm really excited about. Now, here's the first meeting and team up of Dick Grayson as Nightwing and Jason Todd as Robin in Batman 416.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a 433% increase in that. Now, I don't know why. Is there something?
I don't know why. That makes me
Dynamic
uncomfortable.
duo. Keep reading. It says dynamic duo animated project in the works.
Oh,
that makes sense.
Yep.
And then we got Ultimate X-Men 6, which I happen to have this book. There's been a 400% increase. It's the first cameo appearance of a potential member of the Ultimate X-Men, and it's a 400% increase in copies sold this week versus the previous week. I kind of like this series. If you don't like anime, you're not going to like this, but I basically, I'm going to be honest, I get it because I like Peach Poco's art. And, also what's kind of fun about it, you get to learn a little bit about Japanese culture, which is always, I like learning about new cultures, It's like I told Mad Spy the other day, guys, Cliff knows him. It's just interesting. The YouTube thing is so great about it is you get to learn about other people's traditions and slang words and all that. Okay, we got this one's a reprint of the Long Halloween special, last Halloween number 0. I don't know why. I guess people just want to go back and get it. They didn't get it. 380% increase.
Number one is like 90 something bucks. That's why.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we got Deathstroke, the Terminator number 1. There's been a 300% increase in this, and I don't know why.
It doesn't even say why. I assume
It is. There's
Deathstroke's
it's the, what do you call it? It's another animated series
Oh.
for this as well.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Then we have Batman 386, which is the first appearance of one of his key villains of that era,
Black Mask.
Black Mask. This is one of my favorite bad guys, too.
He's going to be the bad guy in Absolute Batman, apparently.
Okay, so that's probably why that's on there.
Black Mask is in the
I guess we know why this one's on here, because it was Halloween, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a cool cover, though, if you like Michael Myers. I like that. Then we got ASM 129. This is kind of an evergreen book, though, guys. I mean, first appearance of Punisher, first appearance of Jack, and John Berthal confirmed to reprise his role as Punisher, so we know why that's on here.
Yeah.
Which, I add, John Bernthal is the perfect man to play the Punisher, in my opinion.
And people that, that one, but also go and grab the Tales, because it is by far the reprint that's the biggest compared to everything else.
Yeah.
Like even that's expensive for the,
absolutely.
For the Tales.
And then we got this one's on here because of that Craven movie. It's going to be this is the first appearance of Rhino, Amazing Spider-Man 41.
Yep.
I have to say, I loved Thomas Jane as Punisher.
He was good. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I like Thomas Jane as Punisher. And I kind of liked, what's his name? He just passed away. He played him in the Warzone. And then this one is because of the Agatha All Along series, right?
Yes.
Number 1.
Yep.
They teased him, which is very interesting to me. And I have to go back and watch this show. I have not watched it yet. Cliff, you told me it's good, so I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I have a huge crush on Aubrey Plaza, so that will be another reason I'll watch it. I just like her dry, sardonic, attitude. Punisher Limited Series, issue 1. This is, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike Zeck. Did he do the cover for this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The great Mike Zeck, one of my favorites, first solo series for the Punisher. I believe that's on here because of Bernthal, too. I have this next one. This is Avengers Annual number 10, first appearance of Rogue, first cover appearance of Mystique. And it's the first appearance of a girl named Maddie Pryor, not to be confused with Madeline Pryor.
But it's her. It's her. It's good.
Why versus the previous week due to a strange and very unconfirmed rumor that singer Billie Eilish will portray Rogue.
Oh,
yes, they did say that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is that like Taylor Swift playing Dazzler?
Yeah,
no, actually, the new one's Taylor Swift playing Blonde Phantom.
Oh, there's got another one about Taylor Swift. Just like
she's going to show up in the MCU somehow, some way, right?
Oh yeah.
Now we have the first of Daredevil 168. The first appearance in Origin of Elektra is on this list. That's actually a great book too. This is a written work, solo written work on Daredevil by Frank Miller, who's the previous co-writer.
That's one of the greatest runs in the history of comics.
Yeah. And this one, I have this one. This is actually a good series. Gromit's
I
#1.
thought that looked cool. I haven't
It's
read any of
it's
it.
Rick Remender and Brian Posehn, the comedian. If you remember, he was Bert on Big Bang Theory, the geologist, and he was in Devil's Rejects. He got shot in the face by what's his name?
Right.
The
Yeah, I know the
You
guy.
know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Uh,
Bill
uh,
Mosley. Bill Mosley.
okay, I got to read that because that's
It's
when
a
I went to high
7-part
school.
series. Yeah,
That's
it's almost over. There's only
Strange
2
Things
issues. Yeah,
era.
there's almost 2 issues left, and it takes place in Sacramento, mid '80s. It's got a lot of pop culture references. It's got a take back to how you were a child, you had a crush on somebody, a boy or girl back when when you're a kid, the first crush you had, having trouble at home, all that stuff. Going out and smoking weed and sneaking some beers. Okay, we got Gambit #1 is on this too. It's the first solo series by Gambit, and it has his origin.
Dollar boxes for years.
Yeah, I have a copy of this one too, so I feel like I'm ahead of the game. All right. Now, Absolute Batman. We know the fever around this one, but this is the variant, right?
This is the noir. It's all black
Okay.
and white. The whole comic is black and white.
And I have this one, the Batman Long Halloween, Last Halloween. Rest in peace, Tim Sale. But they've been using his repurposing some of his old artwork.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the first one because I love the first series, guys. Have you read? I guess everybody remembers the Long Halloween.
I never read it actually.
Oh well,
Seminal work.
And then we got Absolute Wonder Woman #1 non-key issue. New last week. That's why that's on here. That's the last one of that. So we're done with that. Okay, we're done with all the stuff. We got through all the topics, guys.
Yeah.
We made it.
All right. Now the next topic, and I will start with somebody. We're going to do our favorite superhero team books. If you have any you want to show. And you don't have to show that many, but if you want me to start, I'll start so you can prepare. Okay. Let me change the screen here. There we go. All right. I'm going to show you some. I don't know. I think this counts. Oh, this is kind of I'm throwing this one as a monkey wrench. This monkey. Let me catch up with the chat real quick before I do this. We got. It's just some of these are incredibly. Yeah, that's true. Those are very pricey. Those books we just showed. Here's Swag. He was a nominee last night. Hey, Swag. I was happy he got nominated. I'm sorry he didn't win, Swag, but I'm glad you got nominated and got recognized. Okay, then we got Cuppy's here. Hey, Cuppy. He's cool last night. He probably had to do a lot of shirt laundry today, Cliff, after all those wardrobe changes he did last night at the CBCs.
Yep. And,
all right,
I'm worried about his hair, too.
Yeah. He had some interesting ideas on that last night. The first one, I guess they're not a superhero team, but it's kind of a twist on a superhero team, but I just thought I'd share it. It's kind of unconventional. But, the Task Force X Suicide Squad. I have this early Silver Age one that they did for Marvel from the Brave and the Bold. And then we got Suicide Squad #1, which I guess, they're a forced hero team. They don't want to be heroes. And then, of course, I guess you know where I'm going with this one. I collect this. So let me get this banner off here. And I guess I don't have to show the other banner since we already know what we're talking about. X-Men. This is issue 110, 35 cents. I'm just going to show a few. I don't want to, and I got like the Jim Lee stuff. I've been collecting all that stuff. I'm too short of getting all of these, or I think 3 short of getting all the. And another team, X-Force, X-Factor. I still need Excalibur 71, Uncanny X-Men 304, and the Wolverine 75. And we got another X-Factor. Oh, yeah, and Kevin, I have some stuff to show you. I'm going to send you one of these days if I ever send you something. I got a bunch of mini comics that really, I don't know where they came from. I think from Wizard. Another team. Will you consider them a team? Doom Patrol. And I think Cliff likes these guys. The Legion of Superheroes.
Yep.
I just got that one in. And then, of course, we have some of the Mighty Avengers.
Yeah.
And I only have a one Fantastic Four to show right now because I sold all of them. And I'll show you these two. These are the Avengers, of course. I'm going to show those. But these are the Mark Brooks, the box corner variants. I thought they were kind of cool. If you know anything about me, you know that I opine for the old box corners to come back. Marvel, I'm talking to you right now. Come on now. And I won't show all of them, but then I want to get into another of my favorite team series, and I'll move along. And I think this is one of Cliff's favorites too, if I'm not mistaken.
The Defenders.
The Defenders. I only have about 12 issues right now. I wasn't really collected. Then I realized you've got like 15 or 12 issues, Matt. I think you're collected. You just don't know it yet. Oh, thanks, Missy Mars. We got the Defenders. So they had some great artwork in them. I'm not going to show them all. I just want to, I'm just going over. Somebody told me it's a good idea to have a theme. I don't know if that's true, but what's great about this though, and I've heard Cliff talk about this. It's a very affordable series to get. With the fun stories, there's fun art in it. Okay, I'll just show a few of them. Like I said,
Highly underrated. I really like it.
Oh, I totally agree.
It's funny. I know so many people that really, really like it, and it's still underrated somehow.
Well, because there's no movie or TV series. Oh.
Give them a minute.
I'm sure that they had one, but it wasn't.
They did, Defenders. Yeah, that's right. The Netflix.
It was the Walmart Defenders.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, I like all those characters, but let's be honest. It was let's just be honest about it. Nobody was happy about it, really. I thought it was cool to have those characters in it, but I mean, then again, maybe it wasn't. But all right, I'm done. Who wants to go? I'll move you over.
I'm not
Cliff?
quite ready.
Are you ready, Cliff?
I have to go. My mother needs me.
Okay.
But I mean, you covered all my favorites.
Okay.
League Avengers, Defenders. I had a good time. I'd love to join you again. Make sure you hit me up about being on your interview show.
I will. I'll message you after this. We'll try to schedule sometime this month.
All right. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, good meeting you, Cliff.
All right, there was Cliff, guys. He's kind of a force of nature, but I love him. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah,
and he's a good guy to have on your show because he can fill in the dead air. He's got the gift of gab. I kind of do, but I just like he's funny. He's a good guy, and everybody follow Cliff and subscribe to his channel. He's a good guy. And while we're waiting on everybody to get ready, I got this some stuff for you here, Kevin. I won't show you them all, but like I got some Braves cards that I didn't need. I got Lucas Sims rookie card. We got, I don't know, some of these guys might even be Braves anymore.
Yeah, right.
Like Mike Markakis, and I got Max Fried's rookie card.
Oh yeah.
We got
he's still there.
Ender and Carte, Mike Fulton. I can't say his last name. And then I got some old ones I found from the I think it's 80. It might be 87. Maybe you can tell me what Topps is.
87.
Okay, it's Andres
Thomas.
Yeah, and I got
I remember watching him.
Braves leader card. Got Chris Chambliss.
Oh yeah.
Doyle Alexander.
I met Chris Chambliss before.
Rafael Ramirez. But anyway, I don't know. You might, if you ever get anything from me or I'll send you something, I'm gonna send them to you. And I got another thing I want to get you show you that I got you put up for you because I don't have no use for it. It's just like, you remember how they used to have these mini comics in Wizard magazine?
Yeah.
Check this one out.
Oh wow.
It's a Donald Duck and it's got like a nice little Halloween story in it.
What is that? Gladstone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gladstone promo or something. Yeah. I've never seen that.
Well, I'm gonna give it to you.
Cool.
And but okay, other than that, we got that. If anybody's ready, let me know.
Yeah, I got my camera.
All right.
So you can see
Here
clear.
you go, Kevin. I'll move you over here. There you go. You had the floor, sir.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Well, I've always liked Fantastic Four, so I just grabbed a handful of stuff that I was sorting through.
Okay.
The anniversary tribute, kind of a recreation of the first cover. That's kind of cool.
I like that.
And I like the. I've always liked Dan Slott, so I grabbed the ones that are the beginning of his run. More light. Yeah, that looks good. Those are cool. The 60-year anniversary issue.
Oh, that's cool.
I forget what year these came out. It wasn't long ago. 5 years ago, maybe. That's a cool cover. He lost control of his flame and couldn't turn it off, and it just kept getting hotter and hotter.
He flamed on and couldn't flame off.
Yep. There's
Oh, I like that one. That looks like a
Halloween cover from a few years ago. Yeah. All right. Invisible Woman says she can turn herself invisible but leave her skeleton visible. He's got the flamed head. Reed back there.
Reed back there cheesing it.
Yeah. I always liked She-Hulk too. And Dan Slott did a great She-Hulk run.
I liked when she joined the team with the John Byrne run. I thought it was really awesome.
That was good too. Of course, John Byrne.
Feel the burn.
Out of the way. And then when they had the Fantastic Four disappeared and they had to throw together a team to take their place real quick.
Now is that the old? Was that the Art Adams? No, Art Adams didn't run like that too, though. They must have redid it again like that.
Right. Yeah, they did. Yeah, I remember. It seems a couple times they've had the new Fantastic Four that had to fill in for the.
That's a cool one. Johnny Blaze with Johnny Storm.
Yeah. I don't think I ever actually read this. This is Peter David. I like Peter David's stuff. God knows he wrote enough Star Wars and Star Trek novels. Some damn good ones, too. And you said team, and I think that counts. The Highland Commandos.
Yeah,
I always loved the old Sergeant Fury.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. It's a war comic, but they're a team. In fact, I think they did give them superpowers at one time.
Speaking of war comics, I'm going to do a Veterans Day show.
Oh, nice!
And I'm going to go over like Captain America, my G.I. Joe Captain America comics, and my war comics, and hopefully I'll have some people on for that.
Yeah, I didn't buy these when they came out, but I did the 80s, the new Teen Titans from the get-go, and I always loved those. And this cover, I just had to get that. It's just too funny. Stuck in the 60s. They'd saying, "Peace, man," and pulling a gun on him.
Yeah, you got to get those dirty hippies, man.
That's still funny. Yeah, this is the ones I collected when I was in high school.
George Perez.
All the, new Teen Titans run. I have to get the other ones. I think this one, it's Cyborg is number 1, and like Raven is number 2, and
yeah,
there's a difference.
I had that one as a child. That one up there.
Yeah,
I did. If you ain't got a team book platter, you can just show us something. We don't care. If he doesn't show, if it's not a team book, it's okay because you're an agent of chaos anyway.
I don't think he's there.
Okay. Well, we'll go back to the regular screen here. All right, there we go. Take a sip of Gatorade, get my vape out real quick.
So I got me a new phone with this really fancy, nice camera on it. And it's too heavy for my tripod. My tripod keeps wanting to collapse.
I could do we'll do a little masterpiece theater here. Hold on. Check this out. Let me get this back.
I'm back. Sorry.
Okay. There, we're back to that. I was getting ready to do this. Look, I'll do it real quick. You got a problem with me, bub? We're talking about comic books.
Okay. So team. Okay. I went a little different. At least
Hey,
for-
I like different. We like different here on my show.
Oh, man.
Battle of the Planets, G-Force.
Oh. I got
cool.
it. I've got that one.
That loved this book. Loved it in the late 70s. The cartoon.
Me too. I was a kid watching that every night after school.
Yeah.
It was on like 7 o'clock or something on TBS, I think.
And then, of
G-Force.
course, they're sort of, I guess, the next generation of it in the 80s,
Yeah, Voltron.
right?
Love Voltron. I used to have that toy.
Yeah.
I thought he was more like a rip-off of Transformers, but he actually preceded Transformers.
Yes.
I
Yep.
guess they were a rip-off of him.
Which.
Funny.
Transformers.
Yeah.
More than meets the eye.
Then you did
What's the actor's name over there?
Peter Cullen.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. But you brought up Fantastic Four, and I did the same.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
A little bit of him.
You can't go wrong with the old Silver Age Fantastic Four.
right.
I always liked that cover. I like this one's one of my favorite Fantastic
Yeah.
covers right there.
Dude. Inner
Anything with Dr. Doom on it, I like.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
So went
you know,
that way. I also did. I always liked this team just because the movie wasn't, or the TV series that they did just didn't do it justice.
Oh yeah,
But I
yeah,
always loved Inhumans.
right.
Black Bolt and
Yeah, that TV
Medusa.
series just
they really fumbled an opportunity there, didn't they?
yeah.
Ever since that cover from Amazing Spider-Man with Medusa,
Yeah,
it hooked me.
right.
So there was that.
Well, they're interesting. They're an interesting group of characters too. It's just
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
Some of the
Yeah.
comics are great. They just that.
And
TV
then, of
show is
course-
like what?
And Black Bolt's a hell of a character. Oh yeah, X-Men.
X-Men. I didn't want to go grab my X-Men 1 or Giant Size. It's tucked away.
It's okay. That
It's
one's
in a
just-
safe.
That one's almost
It's in a safe.
I don't blame you there.
and I would be in a safe if I had it too. All right.
But some nice, and then one more team. And you brought it up again, Cabin. Their very first appearance,
Oh,
New Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And
no, nice.
Two other evergreen books, in my opinion. These collected
Yeah.
books are always going to be worth something.
Right.
so that's kind of what I grabbed.
That's cool. Well, you know, we've almost. I did pretty good this time. We've almost filled the entire 2 hours.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I have
does
to work
anybody
on
have anything getting ready to go on their channel or their Instagram they want to talk about?
I don't know. I got some plans for my channel, but I don't know what they are yet. I'm going to be reinventing things a little bit.
You
since
can find Kevin on Instagram at Random Rips and his YouTube channel.
Yep.
And Flat Earth has a Instagram. It's Flat Earth Santa. His name's Glenn. I always call him Flat Earth, but I'm going to try to get used to calling him Glenn. I met him on Whatnot. He's a good guy. He's one of my Canadian friends. We have a lot of people from Canada that are into comic books. I've noticed,
I've noticed that too.
Oh yeah.
and Australia. I've noticed Australia too.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot of guys on YouTube from Australia that I've kind of got to know.
right.
And I just want to say, guys, I really appreciate y'all and Cliff for coming on the night. And the thing is about comic books. I got back into them at a very dark period in my life, and I was in a depression where my disability got worse, and it really got me out of that funk. You know what I mean? And I've never looked back. And when I was a child, and I couldn't sometimes go out and play because I wasn't feeling good. I get the comic books and my action figures, my G.I. Joes, the Transformers, the He-Man, and TMNT guys. And just what I like about this community, I don't know what you guys, I know this is not on topic, but I just thought I would share that. And the fact that all the negativity you hear about,
Bar says Comics Heal.
yeah, the thing, you hear all the negativity about some of these YouTubers, and I'm not going to give them a name. I'm not going to platform them for dissing people or starting fake, which is like WWE, right, Glenn?
Yeah.
It's manufactured drama, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And but the real positive is like on the Whatnot, and I hear negative about Whatnot, but I'm telling you what, I've met some good friends there. I've made some good friends in there and on YouTube.
It is what you make it. Some people make it what they want. It ain't what I want, so I just don't go there.
And I do want to do another shameless plug right now, since it's my channel. I do have that claim sale again, 6 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday on Election Day. After you get through voting, if you haven't voted already, after you vote, then turn on YouTube and claim some books, $2 and $1 claims, and we'll have some stuff that's not $1 and $2 later on. But I'll let you know. I have price tags on the stuff that's not $1 and $2, and I have some new stuff this week. So I got to highlight that. Missing Mars said Comics Hill. Yeah, and that's and then also, very nice guy Mike from Lunch Money Comics has agreed to be a guest on my new series where I interview a different YouTube comic book creator. And I thought I would start with one of the best. He won 2 awards last night at the CBC Awards, the Comic Book Community Awards. And he seems like a very nice guy. He's one of the channels that encouraged me to get into to get more into. I was already in the collecting, but like to get into that got me excited about wanting to collect again, and kind of inspired me. He's one of the YouTube channels. Him and Cheap Comic Collector, Cyclotronic Squirt Gun, Cup of Comics, and West Coast Avengers. They really, and I'll say Comics Den, which I don't know them that well. I've chatted. I said something, I've commented on stuff they've done, and they've commented back, but I don't know them. But they seem like they really love comic books too, and that's to me is the is the whole point. Is I want to watch somebody who's passionate about it. Not because they're speculating on something. Or they're trying to like bring or tear others down or punch down or maybe in some cases punch up. I just for the sheer love of comics. And Swag is right. Mike from Comic, he's pretty awesome. He seems like a humble guy. I only have 129 subscribers right now. He's got about 18,000, I think. I'm not, maybe more than that. And he didn't have to do that, but he's going to take time out of his busy life to come on for a half hour or an hour and talk to me about comic books. So
how about we get you Basement Comics for You, Twitch. He does he's on Whatnot, but he's got a YouTube channel. He's got a thing going right now where he started with, I think it was $10 to try to just keep flipping comics to try to get a Hulk 181 TGC. Yeah. Okay, so if I know Greg really well, so if you want to, hit him up.
That's pretty cool.
It sounds good.
Greg's a real good guy.
And I think it's a good idea. I don't know what you guys think. I just thought it was a good idea to have like some other content creators on and kind of pick their brain why they got into comic collecting. And I think it's a good idea. That's a pretty good guest to have right out the gate, I think.
Oh, Mike. Yeah. I call him the ringer. When he comes on to Josh and Larry's stream Magic Geeks, the sales completely go right off the charts. That's why I call him the ringer.
Y'all see this calendar I got?
Let's see it. I'll bring you up here.
I mean, it's a brand new calendar.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Very nice.
I saw this
below for $1.50. I mean, $1.50 for a brand new calendar, Marvel Comics.
Oh, it's got some great art in it too.
You get like a different hero each month.
what's his name? I think it was Steven Spock. He sent a picture on my Instagram of this Captain America poster book they came out with. It's got all the Steranko covers in it, and it's like $20. I'm going to have to get that. I saw it on eBay for $20.
Dude, all the other places that sell calendars are like $10.
Oh,
It was like $1.50. I'll take that. I need a calendar. I saved a lot of money there and got something I wanted too.
I'm betting you can. That might have. Where did you get it?
Five Below.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you might even be able to find it at like Ollie's or something like that.
Yeah. But I got an Ollie's right next to me. I need to go check, see if they got anything new in Omnipedias or anything. And they got some new mystery bags, but they're all the same freaking bag. That's not a mystery bag when you make them all the same. I was looking at them going, this is the same ones on the front and back. There's only like 3 different ones, and you can tell by looking at them, it's the same exact comics are in every one of them.
Yeah, but that's starting to be like when we had it back in the 80s, when we had those Whitman 3-packs.
Yeah.
And a lot of times there'd be like the whole rack of the same one.
Right.
Oh, well, I guess
I got a lot of Disney comics held in 3-packs.
Oh, no doubt.
I guess we're going to sign off, guys. Let me do my outro, and I'll talk to you backstage for a minute.
Okay.
I really appreciate
Bye,
it.
everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.
Swag.
Hey,
Hey,
good seeing
Swag.
everybody.
I'm really glad you guys came by. I'm glad Cliff came by. We had fun, I think. But let me just do my outro. Well, we've come to the end again, and I guess I need to start picking up where I read before y'all interrupted me while I was reading before the show. And until next time, true believers, Excelsior. Are we out? No. That didn't work out too well, did it? All right, Excelsior, everybody. I'm going to do it again. I don't give a damn. God damn, we're going to do it again.